do it.
Good work, Alfred. Now, let's go tell ghost stories. I'll light the fire.
Ghost stories? You know, since we have to be up at dawn to take pictures of the sunrise, I think I'm just gonna go to bed early.
That's too bad. We're going to be roasting marshmallows.
Roasting marshmallows? Why didn't you say so?
All right, everyone, settle down. It's Camille's turn to tell a ghost story.
Not so long ago, on a night, just like tonight, a group of students were camping on Big Sky Point. Like us, they were here to take a picture of the sunrise. Only when they went to bed, they were woken up by this strange noise.
It was just the wind, right?
Oh, that's what they thought at first. But it just got louder and louder. So finally, the teacher went to take a closer look, just to make sure. And the students waited and waited for the teacher to come back, but he never did. Then, the squealing stopped.
What happened to the teacher?
They found him sleeping on the ground by the campfire. Only, when they got close to him, they realized he wasn't sleeping. And something was missing. His head! Just then, the squealing started again. It was the squealing monster of Big Sky Point, squealing in hunger. And if you don't believe me, take a look, because he's right behind you. I'm only kidding. There's no squealing monster of Big Sky Point. Very funny.
Nice try, but it takes more than a ghost story to scare old Milo.
All right, that's enough ghost stories for one night. Off to bed. We have to be up bright and early.
Say, guys, wanna share a tent?
What's wrong, Milo? You scared to sleep alone?
Me? Scared? What is there to be scared of?
That came from Cynthia's tent. Come on.
My tent!
All right, Cynthia. What is it?
Look!
Huh?
Ew! What is that? Call my mommy!
Wow.
Wow, that's all you can say? What are those things? They look like some sort of beetle. They're over here, too.
They're everywhere.
Let's take a closer look.
I've never seen these weird beetles before.
Curious. They aren't moving, and they don't have any heads. It looks like something sucked their insides out.
I want to go home. Please, let's go.
Okay, easy. There's nothing to be afraid of.
There has to be a logical explanation.
Oh, yeah? Like what? Yeah, what happened? It's freaky. I'm scared.
I don't know yet, but these beetle shells are our first clue.
Listen, in the morning we'll figure out what happened. Now it's time for lights out. We'll be fine.
They are kind of creepy.
More than that, they're serious mysterious.
Good night, Alfred.
Good night, Cam. Huh? Why are all of you in my tent?
Isn't it obvious? We're hiding from the ghost beetles.
Ghost beetles? There's no such thing as ghost beetles. Oh, really? Then what are they? They're... I'm not sure. See? You don't know. For once, I think Skunk Boy is right.
Thanks. We may not know what they are right now, but we're going to find out.
You will? Great. We'll be right here if you need us.
In my tent? All of you? I need to talk to Mr. Hussard.
Go ahead. He's right here.
Mr. Hussard? You're not afraid, are you?
What? Me? Of course not. But you have to admit, it sure is kind of creepy.
Shh, be quiet. Do you hear something?
It sounds like squealing.
Squealing. Just like in the story. Don't worry, everyone. It turns out we know what happened after all. The Beetles have had their heads ripped off and their insides sucked out by the squealing monster. Run! What? They deserve to know the truth.
I already told you. There is no squealing monster. I made it all up.
Then what's making that noise?
I don't know, but I do know it's our second clue. We're well on our way to solving this mystery. Everybody stay calm.
Well, you better hurry. It's getting late, and I'm not sure I can convince the class to stay here much longer.
Don't worry, Mr. Roussard. The three of us will have this mystery solved in no time.
3? I only see 2 of you. What? Where are we going?
To find the source of that high-pitched squeal.
But...
And stay close to the camp.
Are we getting closer? I can hear breathing.
You hear yourself breathing.
I can't tell where the noise is coming from.
I think it's coming from over there.
I thought it was over there.
You're both wrong. It's coming from over there.
It's coming from all around us.
Are you saying that we're surrounded? How many monsters are there?
None. Shh. Would you relax?
How can I relax when I'm surrounded by monsters that want to tear off my head and feast on my gooey insides? Ah! What was that?
It was just a branch breaking.
Yeah, but it's what's breaking. The branch that's worrying me. This does not look good. Ah! A squealing monster!
Winston, what are you doing here?
I live here?
I have never been so glad to see anybody in my whole life.
And I'm late for bed. It makes me grouchy. Good night.
Good night, Winston. Huh? Ah! Help! The monster got me!
Relax, Milo. It's a bush.
Well, who put it here?
So now we have a whole bunch of headless beetles and a whole bunch of flying insects.
Easy on the headless part. Still a bit nervous about that one.
What are these insects? Did they eat the beetles?
Ah! Get it off!
Hold still. I think you found our third clue. But what is it?
Oh, our third clue is a cicada.
A what?
A cicada. A cicada is a type of flying insect with a big head and big eyes. Don't worry, they're harmless.
Harmless and plentiful. We need to take a look at all the information we've collected. All right, the first clue was the discovery of the hollow beetles.
Hollow and headless.
And that told us something took their insides.
And whatever it was hungry.
Next, we heard that strange squealing sound.
What do you mean, heard? I can still hear
And
it.
finally, there are cicadas in the woods that weren't here before.
Just like the high-pitched squealing. It started not long after we found the beetles.
Good point, Camille. So maybe the squealing is coming from the cicadas.
Well, I'm glad that tiny mystery is solved. But what sucked the insides out of the beetles? And are we next?
We have empty beetle shells and lots of squealing cicadas. And one showed up after the other. I wonder... Oh, yes! Of course! Come on, back to the campsite!
All right, calm down, everyone. We have figured it all out. Alfred, tell them what we figured out.
We're happy to report no one has to go home tonight.
I'm glad to hear it. So, what about all the dead beetles?
They actually weren't beetles at all. They were nymphs, which are insects that live most of their lives underground.
Until it's time to molt. Here, I'll show you. When they come out of the ground, the nymph changes, bursting through its shell. It becomes a cicada, a large flying insect.
That's why the insects we first saw were headless and hollow. The cicadas burst out.
Of course.
And the noise we heard is the sound cicadas make.
Basically, we've seen an incredible transformation.
I suspected as much. Hey, look over there.
The sunrise.
Quick, kids. Grab your cameras and get ready.
Cicadas are interesting insects because they spend most of their lives below the earth. Then on one special day after many years underground, they come to the surface and shed their skins. This is when the cicada nymph becomes an adult.